The Jets advanced to 6-9 on the season after they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 16-10. Here are my top 5 takeaways.
Jets, Jets, Jets!
Welcome to Jets Talk. My name is Ryan. I'll be your pilot today. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. Guys, the Jets are 6-9 on the season now after beating the Pittsburgh Steelers 16-10. It's really impressive, especially since we started out the season 1-7. I really thought they were going to fall apart after that Dolphin loss, but we've turned things around. We're 5-2 since then. There's a little bit of ease in schedule, I guess, but overall, this team hasn't quit on Adam Gase. And this comes right after a report that Adam Gase has lost the Jets locker room. It looks like they're still fighting, which is nice, and I think coming out of that 1-7 mark at 5-2, you really look at this team with all the injuries and everything. You have a lot to possibly look forward to in the future. Regardless of how you think about Adam Gase, it's definitely good that we're winning some of these games. Tennessee Titans fans can rejoice since the Jets beat the Steelers. The Titans now slide into that 6th wildcard spot. Steelers no longer control their own destiny, so if the Titans can win next week against Baltimore, who knows, maybe they get in the playoffs, but at least they control their own destiny. For you draft heads out there, the Jets now own the 11th pick, pending what happens to the Chargers and Broncos game. As of recording, they're losing, but you never know. We could slide up as high as the 9th pick. At number 5, I have a tale of 2 quarterbacks, and you look at Rudolph and Hodges, and it was so totally different when Hodges was in the game versus Rudolph. 14 of 20, 129 yards and a touchdown was Rudolph when he came in for Hodges. Hodges at one point was 7 of 9 with 2 interceptions, so technically he had 100% completion percentage, just 2 went the wrong way. He wound up finishing with 11 of 17, 84 yards, 2 interceptions. He had to come back into the game after Rudolph hurt his shoulder. It was his left shoulder. I think it was something, maybe a collarbone or something. He got stepped on and wound up getting tackled and landed on pretty hard in the third quarter. So hopefully he's not too badly injured, but that definitely played a factor in that offense stalling out. At number 4, I have the special teams unit, and this unit has continued to look very good as of recent. Sam Ficken was 3 of 3 on field goals. He made his 1 extra point. He had a long of 54 yards today, so new career long for him. That puts him at 73% accuracy on the year, so still would like to look somewhere else, next offseason. Braxton Berrios had a nice 20-yard return. Definitely happy with what I saw out of him. Lachlan Edwards averaged about 46 yards per punt. He had 6 punts and 2 were downed inside the 20. He also had a nice, I don't know if he drew the Steelers offsides, but they picked up a first down on a 4th and 5 by getting the Steelers to jump. At number 3, I have Sam Darnold. He had a relatively pedestrian day here. 16 of 26, 183 yards and a touchdown. He had the nice throw to Robbie. It was on a rope. It was absolutely a beautiful throw. Great catch by Robbie, too. He did have the one black eye where he had the strip sack from TJ Watt, who's having a phenomenal season. Shell just got beat right around the edge on him. Eventually led to the only touchdown of the day for the Steelers. They scored just 3 plays later. So would have liked to have seen a little bit more ball security right there, but you can't really protect that all the time. At number 2, I have Le'Veon Bell, and this was his first shot at going against his former team, and he did pretty well. Overall, he had 29 touches for 93 yards, 25 carries, 4 catches, so definitely a lot of targets meant to feed him throughout the day. It was definitely a good game plan. I think he had a little extra juice because of it. And, what are you doing, Le'Veon Bell? Showing up to the game in a yellow sweatshirt? Better than that. Green from here on out, buddy. None of the Steelers colors. Come on. No, very good out of what we saw from Bell. He's doing, over 1,000 yards on the season for his scrimmage yards. So definitely glad we're getting to see a little bit more out of him, even though it's been a little frustrating throughout the year. And at number 1, Robbie Anderson. Only 2 receptions, 32 yards. The catch in the end zone, the touchdown that he went up and got, really nice grab. I really want to pay this guy. He's done very well this season. And if he has Sam all year, I think this team is significantly better. Keep the consistency around Sam. We have a pretty good set of weapons if you think about it. We got Bell, if you can hold on to Robbie. We got Crowder, Herndon, the other tight ends, everything, Griffin. We do have a solid arsenal of weapons. You add a number 1 wide receiver, but retaining Robbie's going to be a big part of this offseason. And if you look at Tyrell Williams, what he got last year, 4 years, $44 million, I think Robbie could be somewhere around that, maybe 4 years, $48 million. You put in some contingencies, make sure he stays focused and everything. But I think he's definitely earned it, especially when you look at some of the receivers that have been drafted over the last few years. And he was an undrafted free agent. Definitely happy with what I'm getting out of Robbie Anderson. Hopefully Joe Douglas sees the same thing and he wants to lock him up. Guys, let me know what you thought in the comments down below. And as always, go Jets.
J-E-T-S!